All right, folks, we are live. Chill Tech is back. Happy New Year, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, all that good stuff. It's been a while.
Boxing Day.
We've had sickness and then health and all kind of things. But we're back. And new things happening. Javon.
Yo.
It's been a while, but we're back. So what's new?
We are. Well, first of all, I want to apologize to everybody who was expecting new content for like December because everyone practically on this panel got sick. Facts.
It was rough.
I did not.
2017. You get sick? Okay, well, 2017 was the year of the outbreak for me. Okay, so I'm looking forward to a healthy 2018. It didn't start off great today, but anyway, yeah. So CTS, dude, we're making some huge changes. We changed some format things, some things behind the scenes in terms of you see some new faces here. One of them not really new, but Keon X, who's officially part of CTS now, and we have Christina Cooper, who is officially part of CTS now. Hi.
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 Pretty much, guys, we're going to be focusing a lot on our website this year, so definitely check out chilltechstudio.com. There'll be a lot more things happening. Keon is one of the main guys who'll be driving that whole website experience, so definitely, you know, if you haven't subscribed to the website, go all the way down, scroll down, subscribe to the website, get so all our stuff coming to your RSS feed. And the podcast, the big things happening here too. To a bi-monthly schedule again, right, Christian? Right?
Yes, sir. At least.
And as well as that, all of our previous podcasts and new podcasts will soon be available on your favorite podcasting apps. So you can hear our podcast if you missed our live show. We also have some pretty unique things going on with our videos as well as our social media accounts. So if you guys can, social media accounts, and we have some very fine people that want to talk to you guys. So they'll be contacting you guys on all of your ridiculous questions on our YouTube videos, as well as everything on Twitter. So, you know, Christina's a huge part of that. So we want to make sure that you guys can get, you know, acquainted with us on that socials. All right. And then also, you'll be seeing some new faces on the videos as well. Some of our reviews, we have some new people on board who will be doing, you know, making videos and reviews and other stuff related to Chill Tech, and we're also be expanding. Essentially, we're looking at Chill Tech Studio to not just be what it's been, but we're going to be focusing more on the geek culture, a lot more stuff in related to I guess comics and technology and gaming, all this other things. So expect to see a lot more content this year, and some more cool things behind the scenes that you guys will see soon in an upcoming video, as well as a few giveaways this year.
Yes, I mean, think of this like, you know, Chill Tech, you know, The Last Jedi, right? Like, you know,
right.
The old has to go and make room for the new, right? Like, you know, it's new stuff going on. I mean, Devon didn't watch it, but he likes to spoil himself, so
I know. Listen, guys, all I'm going to say is this: that there's a darkness spreading, and there's a power, and I felt it before. I wasn't afraid of it this time.
That's why I bring balance. That's why I'm here. All right, folks. So, good stuff coming up. Stay tuned on the socials and here on YouTube and everywhere else. So, guys, it's been a while since I've seen everyone. I know, you know, you also everyone else yesterday at the meeting that I somehow missed. Mm-hmm. I pulled a Greg. I'm sorry. Pulled a Greg. So just real quick, like, what's new with you guys in this new year, the last 6 months? Like, what's going on? We'll start with Christina. What's up?
I got a puppy.
A puppy?
Yeah. He's so cute. He's a German Shepherd Rottweiler mix, and he is 4.5 months old.
Can we see him, or he's not close?
I have a picture of him. Look at this cute little face. Look at that cute little face.
I can't compete with that.
Right? I would.
Christina got the puppy.
He's so cute.
All right, Ken, how about you? What's new, man?
I'm always doing stuff. Always trying to improve myself. I just came back from Vegas. I went to CES, which we'll be talking about later. And also I've been trying to up all of my social games. So Instagram has been popping, Twitter's been popping. And of course I'm doing a lot of back end things with websites and everything. Yeah. Just trying to do some crazy stuff in 2018.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. All right, Javon. Other than being sick, like me, like what's new? What's going on?
I survived.
Hey, you made it.
That's a plus. Let's see here. I'm now like one of the senior engineers at AARP, so that's okay. Not sure how long
AARP?
AARP, yes.
The retirement people. Nice.
Yes. Not sure how much longer I'm gonna be here because I'm getting some pretty compelling offer. Once you're a senior engineer, you become pretty like a hot commodity. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm taking advantage of that. And let's see. I am, it's like 2 years being a dad, so life has been pretty different than previous years. So just I don't know, man. Everything is new, but kind of the same at the same time. I just feel like a better me, like a better version of me. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, with me, let's see. Since we last talked, I was transitioning at work when we last talked, and it wasn't yet official, but I'm now a solution architect now. So, it sounds very official, right? So basically, what I get to do is we meet with our business stakeholders, and they tell us what they want, and I help them figure out how to get it with software that we have available to them. So it's fun. I like it. I like solving problems and being creative with solutions. So. Good times. I would do it anyway, even if you didn't pay me. So I like it. I love giving my opinion and solving puzzles. So,
there you go.
All right, folks. Now for the meat. We've broken the ice. We're comfortable. We're ready. We had one person that was on site. The rest of us were not that important, but we followed along via the interwebs. Talking about CES. Oh, a lot happened, you guys. A lot happened. So look, here's what we did. We love The Verge. So I looked through and kind of try to figure out what they thought were kind of the main sticking points, the breakout items, right? And we'll see if this panel agrees or not and how we kind of see these things affecting the future of technology, right? So first up, people, we have the Synaptics Clear ID fingerprint sensor. Ugh. So as we know, Apple said basically, or didn't say, but intimated, can't be done, took away the fingerprint sensor, so now we have the Face ID. Synaptics saying it can be done. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's cool. they got it done. They got it done. I mean, I don't know how to say it. Like, they went out, they created a phone. They partnered with Vivo and they made this phone with a fingerprint sensor display. And I can't remember. Is it AMOLED or is it a LCD?
No idea.
OLED.
There you go. And Apple said they couldn't do it with OLED displays, right? OLED
displays, couldn't or wouldn't.
Right? True that, right? And they say, So, I mean, I think this is pretty cool. It's one of those things where, have you ever seen someone set up an iPhone like back in the day when the like the 6S first came out on the 6? And that, like, on the screen where it shows the fingerprint sensor, a lot of people back in the day when I used to support phones, we're trying to put their finger on the screen. Like, why isn't it real my fingerprint? Right? Well, now you can.
Yeah, man.
Well, and it's actually located near the bottom, so it's not like you just press anywhere, which is, I think, a smart thing to do. That way, it makes it easier for application devs and gaming devs. But yeah, it's sweet. Like, I want this to come for the next generation of phones. 2019, I want all phones to have in-screen fingerprint sensors. That'd be great.
Yeah, so that'd be a future. You guys think with all this bezel-less displays now, we're just having the sensor under the screen?
Yeah, I still kind of like it on the back. Call me weird, but it feels natural. Now we can put it in the back of the phone without, you know what I'm saying, like kind of like a.
That seems useless. Now, so tell me this: as far as the future, do you guys see the Face ID kind of thing catching more steam, or are we going to see more of the fingerprint thing under the screen, or is it going to be both on these devices?
I want to say both.
I think fingerprint.
The fingerprint?
Yeah.
People trust fingerprint sensors more.
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would imagine it's more consistent. No?
Yeah, the reliability is definitely there with fingerprint readers. I mean, the thing is, though, is that it all depends on which companies do it, right? Because if Apple goes ahead and does, this Clear ID thing, then everyone's going to do it, right? We were hearing rumors of Samsung working on a Face ID competitor. So I want to see like the other companies. I want to see the LGs, the HTCs. What they do, I think will be really interesting. Like, would they go Face ID or fingerprint display underneath the glass. I think that'd be kind of interesting. Also, Google, what would they do? You know, like Google, they seem to be kind of following their own path themselves. So, will the next Pixel phone have this or the Face ID? I would assume it'll probably have the in-display. I see that more likely on the Pixel phone than the next iPhones.
Well, speaking of Google, onto our next item is Google Assistant. Now, The Verge had this as kind of their best in show, or I guess the most ubiquitous kind of thing that they saw out there. Now, I know there's a lot of advertising for the Google Assistant at the show. Keon, is that true? Like being there in person, was it kind of overwhelming for you?
I wouldn't say overwhelming, but it was everywhere. You had it in restaurants, you had it on the monorail, you had it on, outside because Google's booth was outside. But everywhere you went, there's "Hey Google," crap.
Yeah, right. So everyone's device, right?
There was, advertisements everywhere saying, whatever about Google. Yeah. So, I mean, I personally enjoyed it because, the past few years it's probably just been, Amazon's thing everywhere. And now we have Google's thing everywhere, which is great.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me this, as far as the items that were at CES, now we see that Google had a huge presence as far as advertising, but as far as actual devices and functionality, do we see Google catching up to Amazon, or are they still pretty far ahead?
I see personally Google being better at the AI in the form of conversation and doing specific tasks. But as far as like home integration, Amazon still has a farther lead.
Yeah. Google just recently got like August locks and all other stuff. So, I mean, we're still waiting on this. But I think the Assistant is better than Alexa in general. So,
in general, Assistant's by far better.
I think it will just take time, but hardware partners will have to see that more than just, the phone users. But Assistant's in, I think, more practical places than Alexa, right? We have it in cars. It's now in smart displays. It's now in kitchen appliances and things like that. So it's very easy to see where Google can put Assistant and get that help. But like Keon said, there's certain things that just make sense with the Echo. Like if you have an Echo smart appliance, especially something like the fridge where they have like Amazon Pantry and all the other things that kind of blend with that service, what can Assistant really do besides like order some things from like Walmart if you were running out of, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're running out of eggs or something, or milk in your fridge, and it senses that you're missing that, and you're like, hey, Assistant, order me some food. And then it's like, all right. And then it kind of like gives you like a link to like Amazon, or not to Amazon, but to Walmart. But everyone's shopping on Amazon. So if you use Alexa and you're like, hey, let's get, I'm running out of milk. Just how well it has that dash button goes, you can just be like, all right. And then it comes like next day or same day with that whole fresh delivery service. And they have a lot of services that match the Echo well. So, I mean, I want to see what Google does in terms to counteract that online shopping presence with Assistant.
Yeah, for sure. So tell me how this sounds. Okay, so right now it seems that Google Assistant is smarter, but the Echo can do many more things currently, just as far as abilities and tasks and things. Is Google in danger of being, the next Siri? Like Siri was bomb, but it couldn't really do anything, right? And so it kind of just lost. So do you think Google is in danger of being very smart but not as useful?
No.
Or will that smartness help them catch up?
Yeah, I don't think so.
They're definitely improving. So
yeah,
they're not losing at all. It's like if there's a race between 4 people, and then of course Amazon got the lead and it's been running so far. Google got there late, but it's catching up. Like it's running real fast. And then of course you got Bixby, which fell down at the first leg.
Yeah, right. Stop there.
Siri's struggling. She's still going, but
don't forget Cortana. Don't forget Cortana.
Oh no!
Well, I said 4 people,
that brings
right?
You know what? That brings up a good point, because they did bring up some things about CES about Cortana, and that's mainly the fact that we're going to see more Echo devices or Echo assistants on Windows computers. So, what is Cortana? If Google, if Microsoft and Amazon are really partnering down to get Alexa on Windows computers, what really is Cortana? I mean, We have an HP computer, a Dell computer.
I mean, for me, for a good, I would say almost 2 months, I basically tried to run my phone as a Windows phone almost. So I had, the launcher, I had a Cortana, and I was linking it up. And I think as far as Cortana is concerned, as a means of linking these devices, because they call it Cortana in a lot of ways, I think it was helpful. I still, unless I was going to be all in with, Microsoft in that way, I'm not trying to do that, but I mean, it worked, right? And so if they're going to brand their connectivity as Cortana, maybe it lives on in that way. But the assistant piece, I just didn't see it being very useful.
I know I have diehard Microsoft friends who don't use Cortana. Like they use it.
Shout out Big Q.
Yep, exactly. Like, he uses Amazon, and I'm just like, what? Surprise.
No, it's weird. I think Microsoft needs to figure out whether they should
cut it.
Fully partner with because that would be huge. If Amazon drops Cortana and picks up like Alexa, that is huge. That's like what 92% of computers on the world.
Samsung should drop Bixby. Well,
True.
I know it's not happening, but they should realize that they're not going to win this race.
I love that Samsung thinks Bixby is way different than the assistant. They love to say it's not the same, and it's like it's you guys are trying really hard to make it the same.
You're right. It's worse. Like exactly.
Right? It's like,
at CES, this is a good segue, Christian. Cortana is coming to more. Not Cortana. Bixby is coming to more things like your fridges and your stuff. So have fun with that.
Right. Well, since we're on Samsung already, okay, guys. Now this, I want this. I do want this. Samsung announced 146-inch modular TV. People, who is it? What is this for?
It's for having a big TV.
It's for the movie enthusiasts, man. Like people want to have a.
It's modular.
An indoor,
so you can trim it down.
So
I think it's great.
So for the layman, including myself, what does it mean to be a modular TV? What is this really?
Basically, you can say, "Hey, I want this TV," and then you could choose the size or the design that you want. So if you wanted a full, 90 feet diagonal, or if you wanted like horizontal, or if you just want like a little strip, you can say however style you want. What they didn't say is if it's like Apple where you have to pre-configure it and you don't get to change it afterwards, or if you can buy all of it and then change it whenever you feel whenever the seasons change or whatever. But basically you buy a TV at this size and you could tell them, hey, I only want half of it, so I only want it to be like 15 by 9 or whatever dimensions they are, or you can have the whole thing.
Nice. So if you had like some kind of custom built-in like at home, you could buy a TV custom sized for that and stick it in there, or even have like a fish tank size.
Yep.
And use that,
and you can have like the whole wall, the TV, except for like a cutout for your fireplace. Like you can have it weird shapes. It doesn't even have to be totally.
Wow. I like this. I feel like I need.
I'm trying to get my dad on. Yeah, because like my dad, he's still of the era of like the projector screen, and he's like buying this 4K projector and. Oh my god! And I'm sitting there like, just get a big TV. He's like, no. It's like he's like the movie theater experience is all about projectors. I'm just like, no, it's not. Like it's so hopefully things like this will catch on and people will start to see more of these things in place of these huge projector screens. But obviously, pricing will play a huge factor in Samsung. So
price by square inch or something. Like I wonder how they're going to work that out.
Yeah,
that sounds crazy.
Expensive by every inch you want.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I can see like a weird like 70-inch, like 72-inch version of this being like $30,000 from Samsung. I just see it like.
All right. So do you guys see this kind of catching on with more makers as far as like this kind of custom thing, or is this going to be like a Samsung that's going to kind of come and go? And
So the thing about CES is a lot of this stuff is not going to come out. They're saying, hey, we can do this. This is possible. So just wanted to let you know. So while I think this may come out, I don't think it's like something that LG or Vizio or somebody else has to really worry about. This is going to be for those elitist people who have either the big house or like Javon said wants the movie theater experience, but it's not like a everyday commodity. Like I'm not going to go buy a wall. I still have a 1080p TV. So
I'm with you on that. I got a plasma.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Don't try to include me with you, Christian.
Like, whoa. Get that.
The thing, right? Is this going to be curved displays again? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
Oh gosh. Those are supposed to be immersive, though, Javon.
No, they're so bad. I don't think I've ever met anyone who bought a curved display and be like, "It's good." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's so much better. Like it just feels like I'm in the movie.
No, people buy curved displays because they have like great sales. Like they'd be like, I would see like a 65-inch 4K like curved display for like $599, and people are like, "I bought a curved display," and they're like, "I'm returning it." Like, why? It's just the colors seem a little weird on the edges. I'm just like, yeah, right. It's weird. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We can see the same problem with the wall, right? I mean, just weird dimensions and angles like of the screen. Like, how do you fit content? You know what I mean?
You probably have to have. I mean, if you have a hole cut out in the middle, you probably have to have some kind of custom content that you plan to show on there for some purpose other than watching movies, right? Like, this is not.
Could be a little limited.
Like a business. I get what you're saying. This could be huge for like the enterprise, essentially.
Right? Yeah, like some wall when you come into the office and you see some kind of display. It's all custom.
That might be it. They might be marketing towards business more than consumers because they were showing off the fireplace situation I was talking about, and I was just wondering, like, who wants to watch a movie with a fourth of the screen cut out in a random place?
Right?
Yeah, it's just
can't do it. Can't do it.
All right, there we go. All right.
Well, to be seen. So I guess we're kind of like, man, we'll see, but it could be interesting. All right. Yeah. So what's more interesting?
No, it's not.
Huh?
Yes, it is.
Kian couldn't wait to talk about this cute little Sony robot dog. Now, is it pronounced Ibo? Is it Ibo? Hey boy, Ibo.
Oh, it's a little
all right, people. So we've been seeing robot dogs for the past 30 years at least, like to some degree.
Stepford Wives.
So what makes this robot dog special?
Nothing.
It's not from Boston Dynamics.
It's actually the 6th generation of the Ibo, and with every generation it gets more fluid and more lifelike, and OLED eyes and all this other stuff to make it more real.
But
first of all, Sony can't even put OLED inside their phones. They're putting it in their
and I believe this is a Japanese only thing. I'm not sure. I think I heard that, but I'm not sure. But it's a robot dog. Like, go get a real dog.
Yes, get a real dog. A dog don't shop.
I mean, it costs about the same, right? I mean, this thing is about $1,800, and it's like about almost $30 a month. I mean, if you get a pure breed dog, like, dogs aren't cheap.
I guess you don't have to feed it or anything. You just have to charge it. So.
Right. Yes, you got to charge it. You got to pay a subscription fee. I guess that's for updates, maybe, or I don't know.
Now, the coolest thing about this, and let me reiterate that this is not a cool thing at all, but the coolest thing about the dog is that it does learn. It has like deep learning. It can detect 15 different faces. If you leave it alone, it knows the people who leave it alone or the people who play with it, and it goes more towards the people who play with it. So they put a lot of tech into this, but in my opinion, is kind of worthless.
So could you train it as like a guard dog to like detect like intruders? Like, you like sick them.
Get like a Rottweiler's like voice,
right. And it doesn't grow. It's that
it can at least alert you. It'd be like intruder.
Like I said, like it recognizes up to 15 faces, so you can have like an alert on your phone saying,
yes,
this person isn't one of the 15 people.
Exactly. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna set it to patrol.
No,
it's gonna be a dog walk around.
I'm gonna mail you a real dog, Christian.
They're like, you don't fit.
That's not good.
You are not in the list.
Like you don't want an aggressive dog. Like last thing you want is an aggressive you know what I'm saying? Like this is not. That's not a good feature to have. Like, oh yeah, he just won't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's part of it. Like
turn up aggression, turn it down. Like.
When iRobot came out, everybody was scared that robots are going to take over the world. But no, what we're doing is making sex robots, and then you're going to have dogs,
right?
Aggressive dogs. So you're going to have some random iRobot dog
But those robots can learn, though.
Like,
Those robots learn. They know what you like and what you don't like. I'm just saying.
Oh my
That's too
god.
much for me. I'd rather a real dog.
Look, that's Japan.
here's the thing, right? So,
Wait,
what an Aibo?
Wait a minute. I feel like we're mixing things together. I don't want to get too confused.
We're talking about dogs.
Weird
What you talking about, bro?
Okay. Because you mentioned the other robots, and I was like, oh, not sure where. Anyway, Javon, please help us.
I'm saying, would the Aibo fetch you a newspaper? Would it fetch you a newspaper, or would it start giving you your RSS feed in its eyes?
They'll ping your phone and be like, "Hey, read this."
Pretty
Like,
soon,
you know what I'm saying?
it'll
Like,
just project
like-
it into your iris, and you'll just like see it. You just like make eye contact. You're like Aibo, and it'll just like transmit it into you. You're like, okay, got it.
That's perfect.
Like I said, there's a lot of tech going into this dog that could be going into like a phone or a computer or a TV.
But it's a cute dog, though.
It's a robot.
I'm telling you,
When
Kieran
Sony
is all
phones
about the
suck
segues.
and-
He said a cute phone. Speaking of cute phones, not really cute phone, but a pretty cool phone.
A
The
lot of
Razer
tech going in
phone,
the phone. There you go. That's a segue.
right? Razer phone, Project Linda. Now,
Review coming soon.
is this just another corny kind of a accessory dock thing, or is this like a real item that you guys think you would actually use? First of all, let's tell the folks, what is Project Linda?
It's amazing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, you guys.
I like that.
I think it's cool.
Amazing.
It's a laptop dock for your phone. So you
The
put your
coolest
phone
and sexiest one, though. I will say
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about how long there's been laptop docks out for phone, especially Asus out there. Okay, so
Motorola.
that Transformer line made me not want to ever see a laptop docked phone ever again. So I think like this is like, first of all, like Razer makes good laptops. They're like RazerBook Stealth or whatever. Those are good looking like computers. So they essentially have a RazerBook or Razer Blade Stealth, and this like where the trackpad will be at is where you put your phone, and then it's like this computer that does all this laptop stuff, but your phone is powering all the stuff. It takes the RAM from the phone, takes the processor from the phone. And the one thing I don't know or not is if it has the display on the laptop is 120 hertz like the phone. Probably not, but you know, like it has it gives you additional USB-C ports, USB-A. It gives you the ability to add a has other radios. You can add like a mouse and like a mouse and other monitors and stuff. Like this can really turn your phone into an essential Android laptop. You know,
Now, I didn't see this or not, but does it have any additional cooling for the phone? Because I would imagine, like, if you want to really like get this thing to hum, because these phones are very powerful. The issue is always heat, so it has to ratchet down or slow down the phone.
Yeah.
So it has cooling.
Additional heatsink, yes.
It has additional
See,
cooling.
now-
It has additional storage. It has additional battery.
Oh yeah, 200 gigs of additional storage to the phone.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is
that's
pretty
what's
cool.
Only
And
thing
then
is,
you use
this thing is at least not coming out for a year. If it does come out, and two, is it only going to be for the first gen Razer, or the next gen Razer is going to have to be the same size if this does come out?
probably the same
Who
size.
really wants this? Like, that's one of the main questions, Javon. Okay, who really wants it? And there's a lot.
I mean,
to look at.
You know, I would say if I had the Razer phone and I had the opportunity to get this, and I didn't already have a laptop, I might get this and not buy a Chromebook, right? Like if
I just
if
about
you
to say,
had
would you
this-
just buy a Chromebook for all that?
you don't need a Chromebook, just use your phone. But also, there's a thing where sometimes I want to look at my phone and use a laptop or a Chromebook.
You can
right?
still use you don't have to use your phone as a trackpad. You can essentially use your phone as a second display.
Yeah,
right, but
it has like your gallery down on the phone part. That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
But
you
then
can,
again, it's
move things
also
across,
Android. It's not Chrome OS. So
Yeah, and
Right.
that's the big thing. We're having problems still with Android tablets. So, is Android on a laptop screen any better than an Android tablet, or is it any better than essentially Chrome OS? Like, I mean, what was I? Wouldn't it be more practical to use Chrome OS when you plug that phone in, like it turns your phone into a Chromebook?
Well, I feel like I mean, I guess that is harder for, put an Android phone into a shell of a computer than make it Chrome OS. I can see that being hard to do.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know how mature Android is for laptop usage. But again, I'm guessing this is this is like geared towards consumers, but smarter than regular consumers, but not smart enough that they want their own computer. Like
this is for Razer enthusiasts, right?
It's
right?
Basically. So this is like college
for
kids,
Razer enthusiasts,
parents pay
people
for them, and they have extra money.
Right. That like Razer stuff.
Products.
Exactly.
They still sell like
high school gamers
items for like $70.
They sell what?
I'm saying, right? Razer's products are stupid expensive, and a lot of them don't even add additional features besides like.
Yeah,
right?
they have a mouse that has like maybe 2 additional buttons. That's like $60 or $70.
Yeah, exactly. So like $7 like point and click. Like that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
exactly.
It's blinking.
It glows.
It's glowing.
So, that's where the money goes.
What you're paying for is the light.
When I play Diablo, it turns red. What?
I can't talk about it. I have lights that are different colors. So
Lights are different. I support lights.
All right, so on something that's way more useful than this, like
as far as gaming,
way more useful. I'm being sarcastic, but NVIDIA has a big format gaming display.
Is format the word that
yeah. But can I say when what's his face walked up on stage and he's like, I'm introducing BFGD. Everybody was like, oh, what? Like what? What are we talking about here? What conference we going to?
Hold up. We're back to the robots again? Like, what is this?
Gotta be careful with those acronyms, guys.
Right? Easy. So essentially, this is a 65-inch gaming monitor with G-Sync running at 120 hertz. What do you guys think? Who in the world needs a 65-inch G-Sync 4K HDR gaming monitor?
Streamers. But not even really, though.
Do they?
Because
I don't know. It has to be good quality because I can't game on a TV. So
exactly. Gaming on a TV is literally impossible.
It hurts or something.
I mean, if you sit back far enough, then it's fine on your couch. You're not gonna sit like this. Like,
all right. First of all,
that's
right?
too close.
If you saw the demos, they had it on desk. Like people were like 10 inches in front of
That's
it.
dumb.
This is for the man cave or tech room in your house where you would wall mount your TV. But everyone knows when you mount a TV and you put a computer on it, like a regular TV, the scaling for Windows is just so freaking off. You know what I'm saying? Like TVs and monitors are literally 2 different things. People always get confused.
Yeah.
Like so, plug in a real monitor at this size, and then you like that is what you want out of a gaming like display. Like I feel like this is like the most practical thing we've ever got out of CES, and it took this long to make it. Like it's
wait, back up. Say that one more time, Jovan. I feel like I didn't hear you correctly.
This is the most practical thing we've gotten at CES. It makes a lot of sense. What? Am I wrong here? Think about it, right? How many of you guys have a big display in your home? Right? And how many of you people
what do you classify in a big display? Because my biggest display in my house is a 43-inch TV.
Okay. Try getting apply using that 43-inch TV if you were a PC gamer. Plug into your PC.
Not a PC gamer.
It's not but if you were, right? It's not a good experience.
But Jovan, how many people are actually on their couch playing PC games on a TV?
Good question. But
He said how many people? He didn't say.
That's one person. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Doesn't Steam sell like this whole Steam Link thing? Right? Where it's like,
and that's why it's $5 now.
Right?
I'm just saying.
Right. I'm just saying, like NVIDIA, people who
drag it
for the guys who buy the NVIDIA Shield, right? And they want to play their PC games over their TV, right? We're still relying on an internet connection, a faster connection, and these, there's limitations behind that. Well, if you can have a really good, like 120 display, hertz display, and then have like a really powerful computer, that's your entire entertainment setup. Like you can do your computer stuff. You can use it. There's rumors about it supporting Android TV. So you can watch all your stream content like a regular TV would, and it'd be good. And then when you want to play your games on your computer, a wireless controller, and then you play your games as if you were playing a PlayStation or an Xbox.
I mean, like I said, if it performs as well as like a monitor does, then I wouldn't mind it. If it doesn't have any latency, if it looks great, if I can accurately do my gaming, because I found out that I do gaming on like perfectly between like 27 inches and 29 inches. But like if I can actively do gaming on it, then I don't mind it, because I wouldn't mind sitting in front of the living room and playing a game. But and then, you know, of course, training the Android TV or doing whatever. It's just, if you know how it will work. I just need to see it perform, not in, you know, a controlled environment. I need to see it performed out here in these streets. You know?
So let's say it works perfectly. All right. So ballpark figure, guys, for let's say you want to go out and buy 27-inch 4K G-Sync gaming monitor right now. How much does that cost?
$399.
Whoa, for a G-Sync monitor?
Yeah.
27-inch 4K?
I have a 4K 32-inch G monitor. Cost me $300, $350.
I can go to Best Buy right now and buy me one for like $399 or $350 or something like that.
Yeah, they're that cheap now. Because last I was looking, it was like around $500 for like a 4K.
Well, it depends on who's making it. Who's making it, right? Mine's from Acer.
I was going to say Dell makes one for $400.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right, so let's take that out now. So we're getting up to 65 inches.
I mean, no, one from NVIDIA, 65, I can definitely, no, I can say like 2,500, 2,000, somewhere around there.
Gotta be, at least.
Gaming monitor.
Because it's not just a monitor, though. It does have G-Sync. It's going to be 4K. It is going to have Android TV. It's going to be 65 inches, and it has NVIDIA behind it. Like, you know, it's going to be expensive.
All right, 1,500.
I can, like 1,500, 25. Like, it's going to be somewhere in there.
Yeah, this is not cheap for me.
I'm still not gonna buy it. Like,
but people spend that much money on TVs. Everyone still has that mindset that TVs cost thousands of dollars, right?
And see, here's the thing: a 4K 65-inch TV, HDR, like a good one, could already cost you $1,500.
What?
I'm not talking about a Vizio, like, you know, like. I'm talking about if you want to get a nice.
You don't have to shut down Vizio. Vizio ain't do nothing to you.
No, they have different levels. I'm talking about like if you want an entry level 65-inch, you know, 4K is one thing, but if you want a nice one, which I assume this is going to be, just a regular TV is already $1,500.
I guess.
I mean,
at least.
Like I said, first of all, like I said, let's remember this. This is not being made by NVIDIA. They're pretty much leasing the technology. To other ODMs to make it. So we'll be saying this in like an Acer or LG or a Dell.
Dell.
I think the pricing should be fair, and this is good for those companies that make, you know, monitors who don't necessarily make TVs as well. This is going to give them more incentive to make these monitors because it just makes more sense. Yeah. And like I said, I'm not talking about. Like I said, Android TV is probably one of the best like underrated products from Google. So I mean.
Especially from the guys who made the Shield, like the Shield is the best TV or best Android TV. So I mean,
by hands down, right? So I mean, it's a very good. This is potentially one of those things where I said like this is probably the best thing, most practical sense, and I think the pricing will reflect fair pricing, not affordable, but fair for what you're getting. You know, we're talking about all these specs. I think it's good. I think most people by like a couple years from now would probably have this as like their de facto spec when going to buy a TV or a monitor now.
I don't know. I'll put it this way: if money was no object for me, I would definitely buy one of these. Like I can definitely see a use case for it if I have the money to just go out and buy one.
And then again, I did forget what Jovan mentioned. This is just licensing. Like they're not actually making the actual displays. They're just giving you the technology. So, you know, buying a Samsung, Acer, Dell, HP, whoever version of this, I could see it happening. I just need to see it perform. And I don't know if I need a 65-inch, you know, monitor on my desk or, you know, in my living room. I don't know.
Like I said, but 55 is like the sweet spot, right?
For what?
Maybe we'll see like for like TVs, essentially, right? Everyone says like 55 inch, like the sweet spot of TVs.
I think ours is like a 55 or 65.
Yeah, for no like regular size rooms.
Yeah, for regular people, right? The 55 inch is like that sweet spot. It's big enough for a crowd, and it's good enough for it's like a single immersive experience. So essentially, if we see $600 versions of this at around 55 inches, that's a very good display, and I think that's a very popular display because. Remember how popular that Dell 4K was when it first came out? That when like that first 28-inch Dell 4K for like $400, whatever. Everyone was buying that because of like the price to the spec. Price to spec. If we're getting $600 out of a 55-inch with all these features. Who's not going to swoop it up, especially in the tech community?
True.
It's true.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of reasonable prices, we got a DJI. They have a new.
Christian with the segues.
I know. I'm trying. I'm trying to make it.
No, I love it. That was great, man. I love
it.
No, but this is a nice new mobile smartphone stabilizer. You can call it a gimbal if you want. This thing is going to be starting at $129. This is, from what I can tell, an amazing price for something like this. Are you guys going to pre-order this thing? I know Javon wants to.
I already have a gimbal by DJI's competitor, Zhiyun. And I got to try this out. I did play with this extensively during the conference.
How was it?
It's great. For everything but it's plastic. That's the only thing I don't like about it. And I get it. Kicker. I get it because it's $120. Yeah. So it has to have something different. But since mine is like metal aluminum build, and the first DJI Osmo was metal aluminum, I'm just used to that hefty weight. And I picked this up, I'm just like, whoa, this is light.
It's like a toy.
Now, it does handle your phone well. It does stabilize well. It does control well. The app is gorgeous. Everything else about it is amazing. And they even improved with it, from the first generation. But it's just that feel that gets me.
But that price point is like almost like a
price point
impulse buy.
Yeah.
That's an impulse buy. Like, I'll try it out. $129. Yeah. Go ahead and do it.
Definitely, if you're trying to get serious with mobile photography, that's impulse. That's going to make you, especially if you're doing videography. That's great.
Yeah.
Moment sent us like some cases and like some lens and stuff. I want to pair this up with like that new DJI Osmos and just go to town.
Moment for the win.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. I like it.
So yeah, if you don't care about plastic, if you're not like a super stickler, and you're trying to get into your mobile photography game, definitely go ahead and buy that. Although it's only available at Apple for however long.
Really? But it doesn't matter. It was buying from Apple.
Exclusivity to Apple stores right now.
Now my thing is, what about the weight? Is that weight exclusive for like the iPhone 10 and the
weight? The weight will hold pretty much every phone by itself. Now, the thing you're going to have to worry about is cases and lenses. It will not hold lenses without a counterweight. Cases depends on what case you use, because I use a heavy-duty spec case that I got from CES on my iPhone 10, and it tilted. It didn't already drop it, but it was on that way out. So you got to figure out what phone you have, plus what case you have, plus accessories. But Moment does offer a counterweight for
the Pixel.
Yeah, so I would definitely just go ahead and get that counterweight.
All right. So, Jovan, just go back real quick. So, you think that the NVIDIA TV is more practical than this right here?
Ew, gross, Jovan.
Okay. I mean, I had to ask. I just want to see if you're committed. And Jovan's committed. Once he says something, he's taken to the grave.
Oh, yeah.
He will not rescind his comment. It's all good. So, Jovan, I'm going to test you again, because now we got an LG rollable OLED TV.
It's amazing.
How about that? Now, Kian, did you get a chance to see this up close? Or was it like a special room back for like the...
No. The Vivo fingerprint sensor was in like a special back room in one of the random halls.
Not creepy at all.
MKBHD didn't even see this in person. Like, I'm just like, what? But the LG display, I just didn't go to LG's booth extensively. So it was out there. I just didn't really look at it because I'm not a huge fan of TVs. But the rollable, this OLED TV is amazing. It's simply amazing. I don't know how Javon thinks NVIDIA is better than this.
I mean,
so use case for this
TV and a smart notification type Google Home type stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It has like 3 different layers. I don't really see anybody using the middle layer because it's just wide.
That's the wide range.
This is like, wow, what are you watching? But the big layer for TV and the small layer for like Google Home stuff, perfect.
So it's a smart display where it'll adjust
the content
to how much screen you actually bring up.
It rolls out of this box to like full whatever size. Then it has like a medium layer. Then it has this super long, super wide angle lower level. And it's just in this little box, which is you can put that on like the end of a bed if you want it.
Yeah, like I wonder if this might fit enterprise as well.
Maybe. Like I said, I get that it's cool, right? Christina said something earlier before the show. She was talking about like, you know, like this makes a lot of sense, but at the same time, it's like, who's like really rolling down their TV? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like who's just like,
what if you could, Jovan?
Like, who's just like, yo, my TV's just God, get
like,
my
what
way.
If you can mount this to the ceiling and just have it roll down.
Yeah. The blinds.
Like, hey, Jovan, who has a projector? And like, you know, like those like people do this. Like,
I would do it before a projector.
They bring it down. Well, exactly. Me too. Like, projector seems so old when we could just have a TV that you'd roll away.
Why this is one of those items that you use to stun on people. Like, you come over to your house, they see a white box on your TV stand, and they're like, "Man, I thought you had a TV," and you go, "Boop." Oh, I do have one.
Like
TV. Show yourself.
Exactly. Like, this is not quote unquote practical, but it's like a luxury item that's cool.
Yeah, man. I want this. Christina, you buying this?
I mean, like I said, I can't even roll up the blinds properly, so I don't know if I would be. I don't know how well this would last.
I mean, it's a remote. You can't. You shouldn't be able to mess this up.
But if
you can't mess it up.
You're going to like this, like mess it up, like redo it.
Like, don't walk up to the box and try to pull the TV out.
Okay, so that's what I thought we were doing here. I thought you just
no, it's the remote. Oh my god.
Okay, so
no, but she makes some really good points. It's a mechanical piece. At the end of the day,
that's gonna break.
What happens if like it just breaks and it's mechanical?
This TV costs like what, 10 grand? This is coming with a warranty. Not everybody Joe is buying this,
right?
So, you know, crackhead Joe Jim down the street is not buying this right now because he don't know how to work this. You're just looking at Tom Selleck buying this right now. Like,
all right, so we're all watching the Super Bowl. We chilling, right? Christian's like, man, my team is losing. I'm about to put the screen halfway down, right? And then it's like, his TV, what you gonna do? Check this out, right? Then he's like, you know what? It's halftime. You know, his feelings are over. He's like, oh, we can come back. He wants to go back to like that full, 65-inch experience, and it's like stuck, like halfway between the middle mode and the big mode. And he's like,
pull it out of the thing.
It's like a factory reset, like coming down manually. It's like,
you put it in manual mode and you pull it back out.
We gotta hold it up to watch the game and shit. No, it's stupid. Like, I don't understand.
Y'all doing the most with TVs, man.
This guy, worst case scenario, right? Worst case scenario.
Most with TVs. Like, mine would be in two different modes. When I'm watching TV, it's up. When I'm not watching TV, it's in that little small place where I can see like the weather.
All that moving though, right? It's just like.
Look, you take it to the TV repair store and they fix it for you.
Take it to the Best Buy, bro. Take it to
everybody qualified to work
for is fixing this TV. Who is
the LG certified TV repair place?
Geek Squad.
Because they're like, everywhere.
Best Buy,
Apple
I'll tell you right now, I can see a Magnolia rep trying to sell this thing and then to set it up, like, you know what I'm saying? No, it'll be bad. This is bad. It's stupid.
Look. It's gonna be great, Jovan. Just wait.
But it's OLED, so I give it that.
Your dad's gonna want this. Watch. Show it to him.
That would piss me off if he gets that instead of the wall.
Really? Way more practical than the wall.
This guy wants 142-inch TV.
You already know what it is.
You know what, Jovan? I feel like I can't trust your opinion anymore. I feel like as far as practicality is concerned. Functionality, I got you. Practicality.
Okay.
Speaking of practicality,
I don't know, right?
No. But
there's things that matter.
Plug in your computer into this roll-up display.
No, what are you doing? Who's doing that?
Wireless. First of all, wireless. That's first thing.
This is not for everyday Joe. I'm telling you, Joe.
These people already have their own separate gaming area.
Exactly.
Just for TV.
Yeah, this is not for your tiny house. This is for like other people.
Don't even get me started on tiny house.
Those worthless things.
So why is the shower so small? Because it's a tiny house. What do you
homeless people want to travel the world and
look, you can save money and plan for retirement.
No, you're not doing that in a tiny house.
You're gonna be miserable the whole time.
So people live in modular homes, right? All right. So this is for modular. So you're trying to say this is like those modular tiny homes, right?
I'm saying no, it's not.
I'm saying that. They can't fit this in their home. They can't roll it all the way out in their tiny home.
Right. Like. That's so sad. All right. We'll stop picking on tiny houses because they didn't do anything to us.
I will never stop picking on tiny houses.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry.
I see we've hit a sore spot. I think we'll poke some more later.
Oh my god!
But for now, Aflac people. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of skipped over this one because I'm a jerk, I guess. But they were like, "Oh, but what about that real sweet story about the Aflac toy robot for the kids with cancer?" And I said, "Oh yeah," so I put it back in because they're nice.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see this at the show. I saw pictures of it and I was like, "Whoa, that looks like a real duck." And they're like, "No, that's the robot." I was like, "Oh, nice." And then I kept going on with my day.
Now I heard they also had a real duck over there, so maybe that was part of the confusion.
No, they had a real duck and they had.
You just see the real duck.
All right.
Like, that must be the real one.
So what makes this Aflac duck special?
I couldn't tell you.
What is in a duck?
Who read The Verge?
What's in a duck?
First of all, I read this article and I watched the video. It touched me.
Oh.
It broke me down. All right. First of all, this is okay. I take it back. This is the most practical thing.
I was 5 feet away and then go see this duck, and you over here watching videos and stuff.
Well, listen. First of all, this duck is helping kids who have cancer with like their cancer therapy. So it teaches you, it gives these kids this comfortability. And it's kind of like education about where they'll be injected at for the chemotherapy, and you can tell kids that are not really good at speaking or have that good motor skills. It helps them be able to communicate with the nurses and the doctors. This to me is a really good sense of machine learning and AI. This is smart, and this is also something that I feel like will be subsidized. I can't help me. Helps subsidize. Whatever.
Yep.
Right. People will pay money to the company. Right. Rub-a-dub-dub. Other people will give this company money to have this in all the hospitals, because this to me it makes so much sense. They had a bear before that were for diabetic kids, right? Now they have this here for kids with cancer. Who doesn't want to see a kid with cancer being able to communicate and be able to be more comfortable with what's going to be happening to them for the next couple of years, and the therapy behind it, just helping their minds to kind of cope with recovery if they make it out. You know what I mean? And kids that aren't as fortunate, right?
Now, to be the devil's advocate here, wouldn't it be anatomically better to have a bear or a monkey, something with 2 arms away?
From Aflac? First of all, right. This is from H&M, right? We're not going to give it.
Here we go.
I'm triggered right now.
No, I got to bring it up now. It just makes sense.
Well, we can have nice things.
I'm just saying, I think
that's why it's a duck.
The duck is adorable. Let's keep that real. The duck looks cute too. So
and basically behind this, it's not even really about the duck per se. It's just about what Aflac's doing to help kids out with the technology that they have. So it's definitely a feel good thing. It's not let's see how much technology we can cram in here. It's just more about hey, let's help kids out who are in unfortunate places. So I get that.
Are smart.
I'm not going to rip on them too hard.
For sure. And to add to that, you can't even buy the thing, right? They're just going to be giving it away for free.
Mm-hmm. For free, right.
To
exactly.
children that have cancer, right? So, bring some to Baltimore. Johns Hopkins. What?
Yeah, no, seriously. This is huge. This is huge. This is what should have been the bigger story of the CESs and all that. But of course, these things get buried.
Hey.
No, seriously. This makes way more sense than the dog.
What if they put the stuff from the duck?
They're not. Sony's not doing that. Sony's not focused on that.
But could I train the dog?
Sony just put fingerprint sensors for U.S. phones. They're not putting any of this into their dog.
So yeah, out of CES, this is one of those stories that you're just that's this is more than just tech. This is life. So
this is tech that improves life, and I think we need more tech like this. Not everything needs to be for consumer, for leisure. We need to see some of the bigger companies more involved in things like this. I want to see more of the Googles and and more of the Apples and the Microsoft kind of use this technology and just kind of make lives better in a sense. I think we need to see more of this stuff. So take it back. This is the most practical thing on CES, and then behind that is NVIDIA.
You know what, Javon? I was wrong about you.
He has a heart.
Wow.
It's because he has a kid.
He brought it home.
Aged. I don't even know this.
On that day, the Princess heart grew 3 times too big.
Right. Well, Javon, speaking of high school children,
I don't know if we were thinking about high school children. I don't know anything about high school children. Hold up, pull it back, rewind the tape.
So yeah, but before we go there, I think CS was pretty good this year. Were you guys? Did you like it, or is it kind of flat for you, or are you impressed, or in a good place? What do you guys think?
I liked it. It was cool. I mean, I always like CES. There's always so much I mean, a lot of the stuff won't even come out for the next 7 years or something, but it's just really cool to see all the stuff that people can do with technology. So that's what I always watch CES for.
Yeah, same. It was okay. I thought, yeah. No, I was saying I thought it was okay. I think it's good to see concepts, a lot of good concepts. I didn't expect to see more. I don't know of what though. I just feel like it was this year compared to other years, there was something missing. I don't know what it was, but maybe I think it's Android tablets. There were no Android tablets this year. It kind of hurt my heart.
You didn't want to see that. I'm going to do a little 2-minute spiel here because I was actually there, so I got to see a lot in person.
Just rub it in, don't you?
What?
Just rub it in.
Yeah, right.
You're like 6 hours away. You could have drove there. Anyways, CES. I mean, this year I definitely feel what Javon was saying. Like there's something missing, and a lot of it, what I feel like is a lot of useful, wanted, and practical technology. Because there's a lot of tech there. There's so much stuff there that if you go there by yourself, you're not going to see everything unless you don't sleep and the place doesn't close, which they do. And a lot of what CES is cars, TVs, and assistant. So you're gonna see a car or a TV or Amazon, Google, Siri, whatever being in something. So that's what a lot of it already is. And again, there's a lot of tech there. We just talked about 9 best things that we saw there, but I don't think there was more than 2 things on the list that is something that we either wanted to actually see or is practical enough that we may save up and buy it. Plus, a lot of the stuff that does come out that we may actually want, or a lot of stuff that's being showed off that we may actually want. Who knows if it's coming out? Who knows if it's just, hey, I just want to show you guys that we can make this. If you want it, maybe we'll mass produce it, but who knows? So it's definitely a lot of tech and a lot of things, but it was missing the flair. And I'm guessing that's just because a lot of the technology we have today has flatlined in the sense of real innovation. So we haven't seen a lot of real practical innovation in a while, just because we've gotten to that peak where it's just like, let's make the TV roll or let's make the dog have TV eye. It's stuff that's cool, but this is not making us evolve anytime faster or anything like that. But overall, CES was amazing. Even if you weren't there, because I could have done a lot of the stuff I did there from home. So it was pretty great.
Yeah. I think, I expected to see a little bit more from, I guess, some of these AR outfits, or just more in regards to augmented reality and just different ways of, interfacing. So maybe next year we'll have that. I think this year was kind of building upon last year as far as just all the assistance and all the smart, IoT things. So maybe next year we'll get into some of the VR stuff, and not really VR, but AR, because VR, I don't know. I feel like that's not gonna do much, but AR, I think maybe the coming year we'll see something.
Although they had a Daydream headset, right? Like a standalone Daydream headset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, okay. So maybe we kind of check out.
Meh.
But not practical enough to buy, right? Right, exactly, right. Like you wouldn't, if you had a VR, if you had a Daydream headset with your Pixel or whatever, would you go out and buy a standalone one? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I sold every VR headset I've ever had.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, folks. But before we leave, we do have one piece of news that we want to talk about, and I'm gonna ask you guys, how you would handle this. So we know that the Overwatch League recently started. Was that last week? Was the inaugural season? Which this is the actual esports league with franchise teams that are based around locations and cities, right? So it's what is it, 16 teams, 12 teams? 12. 12 teams. We got two divisions. This is like a legit thing. Players get minimum salary and insurance and all that kind of stuff. Apparently, there's a father that let his son
Father of the Year
drop out of school to pursue a professional Overwatch League career. What do you guys think? Would you guys do this?
I've got a question. So is the kid already in the team, or he pulled him out so he could get better, so he can be part of a team?
I think he pulled him out to get better.
Oh, okay. So he's not part of a team yet. The dad pulled him out like, hey, improve your skills so you can become a gamer.
Let me see.
Yeah, a professional gamer.
Because he's got a jersey.
Father of the Year right now, guys.
I mean,
So he's already a pro.
Oh, okay.
So
he's already good enough to a certain level, but his dad just wants him to be
right.
He
plays for the Houston Outlaws.
Yeah.
He's already a pro.
He's DPS. But wait a minute, 19?
Is that CWL pro or just regular pro? Or not CWL, whatever Overwatch League is called. Sorry.
Yeah, whatever Overwatch League is, he's
in the league.
Legit.
Yeah.
Okay,
he plays for Houston.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The Houston Outlaws.
How about
so
that?
Weird to me, but go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. Not like because I'm not like Javon, like a super father or anything right now. But I don't know if I could tell my kid like, hey, like I know you play games while you're not at school. Let's just forget the school thing. You're wasting your time there. Let's just be a gamer because school is something to fall back on. Even though in the world now we have everybody, like including myself, trying to do anti-establishment things, but school is still a good thing to fall back on. So I'm not sure if I would tell my kid, "Hey, drop out." That's kind of aggressive.
But it worked though, didn't it?
And then personally I don't know enough about the pro gaming stuff, so I don't know if he has like benefits or life insurance or things like that. I don't know because I need him to be prepared for the future because I'm not going to be taking care of him after he's 18. So I don't know. I don't know how all this is going to go.
So does it matter that it's esports and not like say golf or tennis?
No.
You feel the same way?
To me, it doesn't matter.
Christina, what do you think?
You have a son, like that could be your son you pulling out of school.
I'll go after Christina because I got a lot to say about this.
It's a little bit because like my thing with it is it's cool that the dad was like supportive and like, okay, go do you. But the thing is, I think you gotta life comes at you fast. I've learned this. So, I don't know if he's in like a contract or something, but like what happens if he just no longer gets to be in the pro league? What's he gonna do? Like,
the tournament, like if he gets beat, is that it? Like I have so many questions now.
I don't know enough about this. Like
is this like a 9-to-5 job or what is it?
Yeah, it's like a professional athlete. So he's
a professional employee.
Okay,
like,
so
it's not like regular esports. Like this is an actual franchise that has
basically like basketball team. Like
okay. He's got a contract. He's got benefits. Like
for now.
So I mean, in that case, I don't mind as much. I still kind of mind, but not as much.
I mean, good on that dad, though, because it actually paid off. If it didn't pay off, it might be a whole different story.
I don't suggest every dad out there saying, hey, I want you to grow up to be a gamer. Like, what?
There is a gambit to these things, right? So here's my concern. Or I said, like, they're just my train of thought. For one, it depends on, we're talking about college or we're talking about high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basketball players can leave high school and go straight to the pros, making so much money where even if life doesn't work out because basketball players' contracts are guaranteed, you know what I mean? Like there's a huge difference, and we don't know enough about how contracts actually work.
True.
What real skill are you gaining from esports? And I think that's what a lot of the arguments come down to call them an athlete because they are called athletes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these are gaming athletes. What's athletic about what you're actually doing? I mean, colleges are supporting esports. Scholarship for esport, right? Nowadays. And there's certain things where if it was my kid, if you're in high school, at least get a damn free diploma. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't drop out of school.
So what if it was chess? Right? I mean, is chess athletic? No, right? But it's still a skill. Like it's still
Well, it's
still
great. One of my things is if it's high school, I'm not taking him out. I'm not telling him he could drop out of high school at all. That's just no question. College, you can come back to college. You can do college. However, there's a million ways to do college. So
I don't believe in college. So my kid can leave. He can leave college. I don't give a shit about college.
Exactly. But no, you need to get a diploma. That's like baseline.
Yeah, that's like the bottom barrel, right? And this may be the first big headline, but there are a lot of parents and kids that are that game so much and they want to become pro gamers. We want to support people, and in the tech community, we want to support pro gaming. I think it's great for entertainment, right?
Yeah.
But there's a fine line between skill and actual things that help you grow as an individual. Like we already have issues with young athletes now who blow money really badly, who who join the leagues and get into really bad things. They fall into the wrong crowd. With regular pro athletes, then not including esports, where a lot of them is it even like it being in a shape requirement? A lot of pro athletes have to meet a standard of how athletically gifted am I to even be a part of the team. You have to meet certain weight goals. You have to meet certain feats of your performance you have to achieve, right? What are the performance requirements for a esport? Does it mean that you have to have some type of continuous education? Are you have to have finger exercise? You have to do certain DPS. Seriously, right? We don't even know. Think about it, right? Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm MLG," but what does that really mean as an athlete, right?
Another question
many questions.
Another question I have is, what happens if Overwatch 2 comes out? What happens if this is the last Overwatch? Esports is so new that it's kind of hard to. Whatever you tell your kid about esports, it's a gamble right now because this is only 2, 3, 4, 5 years in the making. So it's kind of hard to see if this is going to be able to be a long-term thing, a successful thing, how it's going to do with your personal, your finance. It's so new that everything that happens.
What do you tell your employer? Let's say you're 35 years old. A lot of people, they play a pro sport. Or a lot of them, because they have national recognition, right? They can get sponsorships, things like that. If you have a successful career, by time you're 35, whatever your retirement age is for athletes, right? There are different options. What are the options? Are you a commentator now? You know what I'm saying? Are you just now?
Before you go work,
seriously, right? Because
they streamer, get a podcast,
or do you have to go back to work? Do you have to go back?
They make good money, right? Podcasts are a thing, right? There are guys who are. Who are pro gamers from the
professional podcast.
But the thing is, though, what do you put in your resume? I was a pro gamer for the last 12 years.
No, you say self-employed.
Self-employed. You know what I'm saying? You're making money, so it isn't a bad thing.
Online.
There's no skill to hone. What are you honing? What your skills are going to be like? There's only so many things into the gaming culture after the life after you're a player, or because there's no age limit, there's no physical age limit, right? You can just be a player until your mind can't react fast enough, right?
It's so funny to hear you speak this way, Javon, because I would imagine you'd be the one that would be so for this, because you're almost basically saying it's just a game. Why do we even care about the skill of it?
It's just so many questions. That's the main thing. It's so many unknown stuff about this.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I'll put it this way: as far as someone dropping out of school, I think that would be risky. As far as high school, I think that'd be the case for any sport or in anything. Because there's kids out there playing tennis at 15, 13, whatever, 12.
Yeah. Those Olympics have history. We know where those sports are going to go.
Well, right, but there's chess.
Those are guaranteed that we're talking about money.
Yeah, right. But what I'm saying is are those things? Because what you're talking, Javon, it sounds like you're looking down on this as a thing, but a real sport, you have skills to put on your resume, but only playing video games.
Okay,
you can't put on a resume.
And I can see that with too, because if you say, "Hey, my son's a basketball player," everybody's going to be like, "Basketball player, yeah, cool, whatever." If you say, "Oh, my son's a gamer," a lot of the world is still going to be like,
"Oh, he's lazy." Exactly.
The
There's a stigma to gaming now. Yeah. We're trying to break the gaming stigma.
It's just
let's break it.
Yeah,
right. No, and I agree that
start to
there's certain things in gaming. I know, seriously, I think there's certain things in gaming that's really cool, and I think it's cool to have esports, right? The problem with that, like I said, like, what is the benefit? Like, if you're a pro athlete, right, and you want to become a physical trainer, right? There's so many different avenues after, a traditional pro athlete you can go, right? Like, you can even join the military because you're physically in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things you have to have. Well, what use do you have to anyone else or the brand besides selling more games or selling or making the esports community better outside? If you're a pro athlete gamer, like I said, my problem with the pro athletes gamer is the athlete part still, because you're not really an athlete. There are certain things
you're professional.
It's collegiate. It's collegiate, right? So you're all considered an athlete. These people are on athletic scholarships for pro gaming, right? The problem with that is, like I said, it's how you define an athlete and the skills that you gain. There are a lot of sports that are single, that's a single player sports, more within that game, right? There are a lot of sports that are solo, right? Basketball is a sport where you can be a team player or be a kind of a solo superstar. You know what I mean? Like, football is one of those sports where you're automatically, you study so much film, and you're a team. You really are a team player. So when you go into you can go into project management. There's so many different coaching levels, things like there's running back coach and wide receiver coach. Like, is there like a DPS coach or a or a armor game coach in esports? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm concerned about what their employment rate will be after esports, because I know esports
conventional methods. They're not going to go. These people aren't going to be the ones that go and say, I'd like to go be the president. I mean, no, we're not going to use that excuse, but they're not going to go and do that kind of thing.
They're not going to do like a suit and tie 9-to-5 job.
They're going to go do something else. Like, I'm going to go be a consultant for this video game, or I'm going to go and, teach other people how to do this kind of thing. So it's like, they're not going to be the ones who are like, well, got to jump into the workforce and go 9-to-5 at Walmart. Like, that's not what they're going to do.
I can see that. I can see them like leaving the gaming scene and be like, "Hey, I'm Rocky of Overwatch, so let me get all you scrubs out here. Let me train you guys so you can be the next generation of gamers." So I can see that. I still have questions about the future,
the contract and all that.
How many parents? How many modern parents? Like I said, because the generations are changing. How many modern parents will sign up? Let's say we'll pay $200, Christian. If you have a child, $200 a week for gaming lessons.
A week for what?
There's basketball camps and football camps that are usually around that price point. Right?
$200 a week.
So
my kid will be playing basketball. What the fuck, bro?
Well, I'm saying I'll put it this way. I wouldn't do it regardless of what it was, but let's say I noticed that my son's playing online, and he consistently is like top 2 on some leaderboard like every week.
Let's say he's actually getting checks from companies. Like, you start seeing checks coming in the mail.
He's getting emails about hey, you want to be in this X tournament, other thing, and he's doing well, right? Like, that's different than I'm going to push him to go be a pro gamer. Like, some parent might push someone just to go play football. Like, but if I see, hey, he's doing this, he's progressing, okay, maybe that's something you want to do after you finish school. Yeah. After that,
after high school.
So what if he's really good to the point where, like you said, like a traditional athlete, they're doing so good where their grades are slipping, right, and everything else academically is slipping, but on the pro level, they're bringing in cake, they're bringing in money, they're getting invited to big tournaments, go to fly first class, and can compete, and they have a brand, they're building a brand for themselves, right? Here's the big thing as a parent.
For me, if you want it enough, you're gonna do the extra stuff. So, like, if you tell your kid, "Hey, I will support you to the fullest to be a gamer, but you gotta at least keep a C average." Like, I'm not asking for an A+. You gotta keep a C average. Like, if your kid really wants it, he's gonna at least he's gonna be stressed. He's gonna be working all the time because he's gaming when he's not studying and studying when he's not gaming. But if he really wants it, then he should be able to do that.
Yeah, like I keep mentioning chess because to me, like, chess is real. It's a mind game, but it's at the end of the day, it's a game, right? Like chess.
You don't have to be fit for chess,
right? It's just different from I play StarCraft, right? Like What is the practical difference?
The strategy.
It's old.
There's strategy in Overwatch.
There's strategy in StarCraft.
There's a certain level of strategy when it comes to chess, right? People that played chess even in the olden days were war strategists, right? Essentially, right? These are like when you build AI machines to compete against the world's best chess or mahjong players or whatever, right?
And now StarCraft.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying.
StarCraft, of course. Zerg. It doesn't really take that much. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
they're training bots to play StarCraft like a person.
No, I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you. Just play Zerg and you're good. Now, my thing is just like it's just that level of AI that there's a certain benchmark to these particular, older games like the chess and the checkers and the Chinese checkers and the mahjongs and all the other stuff. There's usually play these that are associated with people of higher IQs and people that can make really good, quick, calculated decisions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying gamers can't. I'm just saying in general. A thing we see.
There just hasn't been enough time yet for it.
That's the main thing.
Get there. Yeah, there's just not enough time. We don't know enough.
We don't know what's going on with this.
Yeah, all you gaming haters, that's fine.
Hey, I watch streamers all the time. Okay, I love and respect.
I can't watch another person play the game that I can easily play myself.
No, I don't watch PewDiePie. I can't.
Oh, don't even get started.
Well, Logan.
All right, folks. Well, I think we beat that horse. Like that horse was dead like 10 minutes ago, but we kept beating it, and I'm sorry, horse. I apologize. So, on that note, I think CS good stuff. If your kid's gonna play esports, make sure they stay in school. All that good stuff.
If you have to.
My son's homeschooled, but he still isn't gonna be a gamer because I don't think that's in the cards for him.
Fair enough.
Okay. It's okay. All right, so Jovan. Tell us what's going on new with our website and kind of take us out as far as anything new coming out soon, upcoming stuff, and the website.
We have some pretty cool. A lot of people have been actually requesting the what's in our bag. A lot of our comment sections like, what kind of tech do you guys use? What do you recommend? What do you have? So we're going to be focusing a lot on getting everyone spotlighted on Chiltech's team to essentially show us what we use, type of bags we use, type of things we carry, as well as give you guys some opportunities to get some of this equipment in your hands. We also have a new video coming out explaining some of a more detailed explanation of some of the changes that we have coming. You can check it out also in our blog post on our website. So a lot of things are happening, a lot of new content. We have the Razer phone review. Literally we just finished the script on that, shooting tomorrow. So cool stuff. A lot of things coming out.
Sweet. All right, Christina, where can people find us on social media?
Yeah, we are at Chiltech Studio pretty much everywhere. So if you're not following us already, follow us there. And that's, we'll be putting stuff out pretty frequently coming up.
Yes, we will be, because I fell off the wagon on that. So Christina's going to bring us back up.
Get back on the wagon.
Yes. So speaking of Christina, where can people find you if they want to track you down?
I'm on Twitter these days. Also Instagram. I believe on Twitter I am Kiwi MF Tina. And on Instagram, I think I am just Kiwi Tina. Google Plus, I have one of those. Christina Cooper, you can look me up. I'm gonna get back onto that soon. So yeah, but
Google
pretty much
Plus.
that's where you find me.
All right, cool. Now I didn't ask you, Jovan. Now where are you hanging out online?
Pretty much Instagram right now. My account's still private, so you got to send that friend request. But over at Jovan49 on Instagram, and everywhere. Every now and then I get on Google Plus nowadays. It's a Jovan LeBlanc on Google Plus. So,
all right, Kian, how about yourself?
I don't use it.
Yeah, you can find me anywhere online at Chaoser, KHAOSZR. Definitely go subscribe to that Instagram and that Twitter. Those are what I'm using most if you ever want to know just about daily and what I have. So definitely go hit me up on those. And yeah.
Sounds good. As far as me, I am really of late been lazy on social media. So if you want to track me down, hit up Chiltech, and I'll hit you up from there. But if you do want a game, I do play Here's What a Storm on occasion and some Hearthstone. So I'm Quicksilver $12.99 on the Battle.net. So come find me and we can have some fun. All right. Well, folks, that's it for tonight. We ran a little bit long, but it's been a while. Wanted to give you guys a nice, meaty podcast. So we are back, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. All right. Thanks, guys.
Later.
See you next time.
Peace.